Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nash, and today we are going to sit down and we are going to create this beautiful New Year's Eve makeup look. Just an idea for you guys if you are planning on going out and need some inspo. If you are curious to see how to get this look, make sure you keep on watching. But first, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I do post a new video every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel, so you don't want to miss out on that. Otherwise, let's just go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so what I'm going to start by doing is just going in with the black shade. I have just come to realize just the last couple seconds here that I don't have many palettes with black in them, matte black at least, so I'm going to go back in with, this is the Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette, same one I used last week for the Christmas look. I guess Merry Christmas to everybody as well, or if that's what you celebrate, Merry Christmas. It was already past, so I hope everybody had a good Christmas, Christmas Eve, spent some time with family, all that kind of fun stuff. I really hope. Let me guys know. Let me know what you guys did down below. But I'm just gonna go in just to this black shade. Actually, I kid, I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do to start is I'm actually gonna start down and work up. So usually I would go in with a transition shade to start, but I'm actually going to start at the bottom and work out because I don't want it to look too blown out. Anyways, I'm going to go in. This is the Makeup Forever Aqua XL Eye Pencil, and this is just in the shade black. Number M10 it says. It doesn't give me an actual shade, but it's just a black one. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do with this is place it right at the base of my eye. Almost in a way like a really messy liner, and I'm gonna bring it up to about there, about halfway, almost up to my crease, about 3/4 of the way on my lid. So it's just gonna look like a big lump right now. And then I'm gonna go in with the same one and stick it up in my waterline as well. Just because with black eyes, you just want everything to be black. You want no like skin poking through. So once you have that base down, now you can go ahead and grab just a matte black shadow. So for that, I'm just gonna grab this Studio Makeup one, and it's just a matte shadow. It doesn't matter what one, just use anything you have. And I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of a dense blending brush, just like this. And then just kind of start setting where we just put that shadow, and then blending up ever so slightly. And when you're doing a black smoky eye like this, you really are going to want to take your time building stuff up, so don't go in with a bunch of black right off the bat because it will smoke it up a little bit too high, and then all of a sudden your whole eye will just be black. So you just want to work really slow, building everything up really slowly, little by little. So while I'm sitting here blending, what's everybody doing for New Year's this year? We still don't know what we're really doing for our New Year's yet. We're still deciding. We might just kind of take it easy because right after New Year's, we are going to Calgary in Canada, obviously. It's about an 8-hour drive for us. So New Year's is on what, Sunday night? And then, or New Year's Eve I guess, is on Sunday night, and then we leave for Calgary Wednesday morning, and then we get back on Saturday night, and then Tuesday morning we leave from Mexico. So we're not sure if we want to do much. We might just like get dressed up and go out for supper, like the two of us or something, and then come back here and just have some drinks here, play some games, the two of us, watch the ball drop. Or we might go maybe to a house party. We did find out there was one by us, so we maybe, but I feel like probably not. I feel like we're just gonna stay in, you guys. I feel like we're so old sometimes. Okay, so once I have it blended out to about here, I'm gonna go in just to my normal handy dandy blending brush that I always use. This is just the, if anybody's curious, the Moda Pro BMX 430 crease brush. And it just has this nice grip. I love this blending brush. And I'm just grabbing a warmer transition shade just right here. And then I'm just gonna slowly kind of just start bringing that on top of that black that we placed, just to do any extra blending out and then up. And then just kind of start blending those two shades together. If you bring it too high up, almost touching your brow, that's okay. We are going to come back in later, add a lighter shade underneath the brow so it doesn't look so crazy. I don't do these like deep smoky eyes very often, you guys. I really don't. I just don't think my eyes are just they're very hooded. So when I do these kind of smoky eyes, I find like it even closes them even more, and then it doesn't look like I have much of an eye. But sometimes, the odd time, I'll be like, you know what, screw it. Let's just do a full-blown smoky eye today. Usually it's for different occasions like New Year's or things like that though, that I would do something like this. So what you're gonna find is as you had brought that transition shade to blend things out, it kind of diminished that black shade. You're just gonna want to go back into the black shade and just kind of start deepening that back up, especially around the crease area. That's really where I'm going to focus that black now when I go back in with it. It's just on the crease, and I'm not going to focus on bringing that back up because that's when you're going to ruin that whole blending you just did with a transition shade. This is a look you're going to want to do your eyes first. Even if you don't think there's a lot of fallout, like these shades, I know there's not a lot of fallout in them, but even if you get that one little speck of black on your foundation, like you have to pretty much start over. When I do these smoky eyes like this, I always do my eyes first. And as I'm blending this shade, this black, up, so like as I get up here to blend, I am literally using the slightest pressure, like you can hardly even feel the brush touching your skin. You really don't need much product. Oh. Did you guys see that? You really don't need much product to do an eye like this. It's literally, it just takes a long time because it's so much blending. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I know I always say that, but especially with an eye like this. So once you kind of have it where you want it, this is an all matte one, so you could just leave it like this, completely up to you. But I wanted a little bit more oomph in the look since it's New Year's. So I was looking for a black with like gold flakes in it. And the only one I could find in my collection was actually the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. And I don't know. Let me just hop on and see if you can still buy this. Alright, so it doesn't look like you can buy it anymore, like maybe on Amazon or something like that. But you can go in, this, if you have this palette, is Midnight Blaze is what the shade is called. Just this one right here. If you don't have this palette, and you can't get your hands on it or whatever the case is, you can go in with any black with like a glitter in it. So you could even use a black with like silver glitter, or if you have a black with gold glitter. This is just the only black with gold that I could find in my whole collection. So this is what we're going in with today. And when I apply this shade, I want to get really precise. So I'm just going in with this little Scone smudger brush. This tiny little brush. And I'm just going to wet that brush down so we can pick up a lot of pigment and just start placing that on the lid. And this is just going to give that look that extra little something that it needs, I think. If you want this black matte smoky eye, then feel free to do it. But I just like, especially for New Year's, a little bit of some shimmery glitter. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down as a base, and then I'm actually going to go in with a little bit more gold shimmer as well. So then, like I said, I'm just gonna go in. This is the Tarte Eye Jewels glitter liner in white gold. Just gonna go into this side, the glittery side, not the metallic side, and I'm not gonna use it as a liner. And I'm just gonna kind of just start putting it on and then just tapping it out. And that's just gonna add a little bit of extra glitter. Especially to that inner corner. Pretty. Go ahead and remove the tape now. So we're zoomed back out. And now we can start working on our face. I'm just going to go in with a cloth and just remove any of that black that we got under our eyes. And then the little bit of glitter we got, just kind of go in and remove that. We don't want our under eyes looking glittery. Alright, so for foundation, I'm going into the Matte and Poreless. I'm just going to do this off camera because you guys know what it's like to apply foundation and stuff. You've seen me do it 1,500 times. So I'm going to go in with my Maybelline for concealer. my Tarte Shape Tape. And then for powder, I'm going into the Fit Me. I'll apply these and then I'll be back with the rest of my face. All right, you guys, so I put on my foundation, my primer, my foundation, my concealer, my powder. I threw in a little bit of bronzer, and I finished up the eyes as well. So I threw in the lashes and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're back, we get back to the fun stuff here. Because I have such a big black smoky eye, I really want my whole face to just be really nice and chiseled. So for that, I like to go into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And yes, it is a mess in here. But I like to just go into this first shade for the main part and then mix it up just a tiny little bit. Tiny little bit of this shade here. So for the lighter shade, I like to bring it almost all the way down to the corner of my mouth. And then I just work it up so everything blends together. So I start here, work up, and then just go with a lighter hand until it's pretty much up to the top. And then I do like to put just a little bit on the temples. I like to just push in my nose a little bit, not too much. And then just my jawline with that lighter shade. And then with this deeper one, I like to go in once, tap off the excess, and then just like right there. And that's hardly like maybe an inch onto my cheek, so hardly anything, and then just slightly blend it up with a little bit of product you have left. So once those cheeks are chiseled, I'm gonna go in for blush today. This is a Makeup Geek blush. And this is just a loose pan, and this is in Heartthrob. And this is just a really nice neutral pink color. For the glow today, I'm going in with my Glow Kit by Anastasia. And I'm gonna go into Marshmallow. Sorry, it's Marshmallow. Really hit the high points of my cheeks with that white shade. And this shade looks white in the pan, but in person, it comes off very gold. And then just with a touch of butterscotch, I'm just gonna kind of do my C with that shade. This is just a little bit darker, so it's not gonna be so crazy. We can't forget about the chest for New Year's. So I'm just gonna bring it onto my collarbone here. Okay, so lastly for the lips, I am gonna go into Kat Von D in the shade Daredevil. And this is just one of her Everlasting lipsticks. And I am going to use that for my lips today. And I think I'm actually gonna go in just with a touch of the Tarte Lip Paint in Birthday Suit. And that's just gonna lighten up the shade just a touch. To finish off the makeup, Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Alright you guys, and here we have the finished New Year's Eve look for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I do post a new video every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel, so you don't want to miss out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in my next video. Bye guys.